Well, that's gotta be embarrassing. Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're going to be looking at 10 mods that made real devs look bad.
Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're not looking at mods that are outstanding in their fun or creativity, but rather ones that either fixed a game or added new features that should have been there all along.
What a scene, man! Woo-wee.
Sky UI, The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim. Sometimes in-game menus can be a pain to navigate, and this goes double for RPGs in which there are typically a lot more tabs and overall inventory management required. Skyrim's original menu system left much to be desired, so when the Skyrim user interface mod was released, it quickly became a must-have. It added the ability to search through the menus looking for keywords, to quick select items, and to see way more item stats without having to click on them all individually. There's even a Witcher-style active effects readout on the heads-up display, all for ease of use. Team Fortress, Quake. The 90s were the golden age of first-person shooters, and id Software were the rock stars leading the charge. Though they left a huge mark on the genre, a mod for their pioneering competitive shooter Quake took on a life all of its own. It became Team Fortress, which was eventually picked up for full release by Valve. The sequel, Team Fortress 2, has become one of the most popular competitive video games around, still boasting a huge player base considering it came out in 2007. Even if Valve never got around to making a third game, Story of Valve's Life, TF2 is going to be around for a long time. Fallout 4 fixes. Fallout 4.
You lose your owner, buddy. Okay then, let's stick together.
If there's one developer synonymous with broken, buggy games we're nonetheless desperate to play, it's Bethesda. With the release of Fallout 4 and Xbox One supporting mods, they seemingly put more importance on mods and user-generated content than ever before, leaving it to their players to fix numerous issues present in the game.
Your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded.
The fact that it's the modders who have to repair the many bugs in a huge AAA title definitely doesn't reflect well on the company. Though they have tried to fix some of the most game-breaking issues, they still seem perfectly content to let the modding community fix everything else.
Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this.
VTMB Unofficial Patch. Vampire: The Masquerade Bloodlines.
You smell new, little boy. Like fabric softener dew on freshly mowed AstroTurf. I'm not frightening you, am I, duckling?
On PC, this niche game has become something of a cult phenomenon over the years, helped in part by dedicated modders who have continuously been fixing its glitches and improving the game.
You get winged? Hey, look at them potholes. Those will close up soon enough. Better feed, though.
On release, it was a buggy mess, with whole areas completely unrendered and impossible to complete quests. But now, it's the quintessential vampire action RPG. The man leading the charge to fix it is a chemistry professor named Werner Spall, who has created new items, characters, and even whole levels in his free time. To think that without modders, this game would have never become what it is today.
Good luck. Or maybe I should just say, nice knowing you, kiddo.
Defense of the Ancients. Warcraft 3, Reign of Chaos. It's easy to make the case that Defense of the Ancients basically invented the gargantuan MOBA genre. Using a design based on a StarCraft map called Aeon of Strife, in a modified version of Warcraft 3, players battle to destroy the opposing team's Ancients on the other side of the arena.
I'm needed once again.
At one point, League of Legends was even described as a Dota clone. That's how influential it is. Suddenly, nobody wanted to play the multiplayer for Warcraft 3 anymore. Everything was about Dota. Its sequel, Dota 2, remains one of the most popular MOBAs and competitive games in the world.
A twisted path.
Fallout New Vegas, Project Nevada. Fallout New Vegas.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
With the development of Fallout 3's follow-up crammed into a tiny 18-month period, it's no wonder that Obsidian were hard-pressed to fix the multitude of issues in the fan-favorite installment. Along came Project Nevada a few months later, which added a wide variety of features you'd expect from any modern shooter.
You did a super job wrapping things up, and I'm not just saying that because I have to.
While gunplay can't compare to Fallout 4's much more dynamic combat system, the additions of bullet time, sprinting, and improved crosshairs make for a better overall experience. There's even a system of cybernetic implants to take advantage of the advanced technology Fallout is known for.
Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles.
Project M, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Upon release of 2008's entry into the huge Smash Bros. Series, lots of fans weren't pleased with how different Brawl was to its predecessor, Melee. The brunt of the criticism against Brawl was that it was slower than Melee, it removed many fan-favorite characters, and had some unbalanced gameplay. Thus, Project M was born, a mod released in 2011 and updated up until 2015. It never looks good for a developer when the most dedicated fans decide to completely rework the entire physics engine and gameplay of a AAA release. Regardless, we're glad that the people behind Project M took the time to make Brawl into the experience players deserved. Hot Coffee, Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas.
Oh. Go girl. I hope you're a girl.
In Rockstar's bid for San Andreas to be rated M instead of adults only, they decided to remove the now notorious Hot Coffee minigame, which enabled players to control CJ as he had sex with female NPCs with the goal of filling an excitement meter.
You want to have some coffee?
While they took it out of the game, the code was still present, meaning that when one modder looked at the code in detail, he unlocked and released it. Now in breach of its M rating, Rockstar found itself in yet another huge scandal, forcing the game to be recalled from store shelves and costing Take-Two Interactive an estimated $50 million in lost sales. Clean up after yourselves, guys.
My CJ.
Repair for Aliens Colonial Marines. Aliens Colonial Marines. Critically panned when it released, Aliens Colonial Marines was widely deemed to be one of the most disappointing games in recent memory. It went through development hell and was barely even finished when it came out, reducing the Alien franchise to run-and-gun action, with the formidable xenomorphs being relegated to the status of generic enemies. This overhaul mod didn't just drastically improve the graphics, it also improved the broken Alien AI. While they were still nowhere near as advanced as the Xenomorph and Alien Isolation, this fix made the game look good, made it scary, and, most importantly, made it actually worth playing.
Took one down!
DS Fix, Dark Souls. When From Software's hit game Dark Souls was first ported to the PC, it had a host of issues. Namely, the resolution would go higher than 1280 by 720, there was no mouse support, and the frame rate was locked at 30 frames per second. So one modder called Durant took it upon himself to fix it and allow PC gamers to play the game at its full potential. From Software themselves released a remastered version in 2018, which essentially performed the same as Durant's mod on PC. Only Durant released the mod for free, while From Software wanted gamers to cough up another $50 to $60. Go figure. Check out these other great clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.